Yeah. We don't make excuses, we just get the money. Let's go. When you coming from the struggle, everybody hungry. Homie, this your time to shine, better make it count. Yeah. Especially if you say that you were trying to make it out. Ain't no second chance, boys, now or never.
Now or never.
No more second chance, boys, now or never.
Now or never.
Ain't no second chance, boys, now or never. If you stick right to the plan, you gon' shine forever.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Yo, just wanted to bring y'all out to where it all started for me, man. This is the neighborhood, quite naturally the Austin area, man. You know, I grew up on Menard. We got the homeboys from each direction, man. Been over here all my life. So, man, just want to show y'all the park, man. So, this is the west side of Chicago, Columbus Park. As y'all see, we at Menard and Adams. And, man, this is where it all started from, man. You know, my dad Mike used to run all around the park and chase me. We play football over here. And man, you got the swings over here. So it's like you got the best of both worlds, man. So, man, just being out here, man, and just observing the scenery, man, bring back a lot of memories. Even further back, you got the pond over there where a lot of people fish at and stuff like that. So actually, when I was younger, I used to catch frogs, man. So, you know, I was a frog fanatic, so I caught a frog over there one time, and the frog was really big, so I brought the frog home to my grandma, and my grandma rinsed them off, put them in a bucket for me and all that. So, man, like it was just so many memories over here. Then you got the golf course over here. You know, my Uncle Ivy used to take me over there and play golf with me and stuff like that. So, man, just a lot of positive things over here, man. That has enriched my life. So just being right here at Columbus Park, this is what it is. So y'all come to Chicago, y'all make sure y'all check out Columbus Park because it's one of the best parks on the west side in the world, for real. So there's so many memories of me, man. And man, a lot of guys that play basketball, you know, of course they familiar with Columbus Park, the Mark Aguirres, the Isaiah Thomases, and guys that was from over here, man, like further back. You had the basketball courts. You know, that's when my dad, Arthur Perry III, he played basketball. You know, I've been around the game of basketball for a long time. So, man, but this is where it all happened for me at, you know, growing up. And here, come on, follow me, man. Let me take y'all down the street. That way y'all can kind of get an idea of the neighborhood and some of the things that's going on. So, what's up? And then, matter of fact, we got somebody that just walked up here. Right there, that grew up with me, you know what I'm saying? So, man, that's somebody that's been around me for a long time. So, you know, just being on this block, you know, bringing back so many memories. And man, like, I've been on this block, I'm 37 now. So I've been on this block for, since I was born. Like, so many memories, you know, block club parties and, you know, people just being able to come out here and just really come out here and enjoy each other, you know, a lot of unity and stuff like that. So, you know, with me being from the neighborhood and, you know, playing basketball and stuff like that, you know, man, it's like this home for me. It always will be home. I want to show y'all too, right here across the street, this is where Isaiah Thomas grew up at, man. This house right here across the street, man. You know, my grandma got all kind of stories on how he stayed outside playing basketball at 5 a.m. in the morning and all that stuff. So, you know, let me show y'all too. Man, definitely a lot of memories in this house right here. A lot of memories just all up through here, man. So many families has been on this block. People that's still here, 50 years, man. So that's a long time. So just being able to come back on this block, man, and just have so much history behind, like, man, it's just amazing. You know, this will always be home for me. Just being out and being able to walk down the street, man, and actually look up and see some of the things in some of the areas to where I used to play. Like, it's just amazing. You know, tough guy. But, you know, just being over here, you know, I come back every so often, you know, and just walk up down the street and even just basically sit in my car, man, and just reminisce on a lot of memories. So I just think, you know, being able to come back home is totally important, you know, for us to be able to come back to our roots, come back to where it all started at from. And so, and basically right here, this is where it started off at for me. It's the good old 120, man. Like, so many memories in this building. Man, I get chills just looking at it, man. You know, I came from a very enriched, loved family, you know, that really supported me big time. Man, so many memories of me running out here and playing with my basketball, riding my bike up and down the street. Man, shoveling the snow, used to be out here. And man, we used to have, check this out, we used to have 2 big old spotlights, like right here that beamed up on the building. And it lit up the whole building, man. So it was pretty dope. I think we had one of the most unique houses on the block. My aunt, my uncle, my granny, my grandfather Joel, like, really kept this place up. So, you know, just for me to be standing right here and have all these memories and me to be 37 years old, like, it really does a lot for me right now. So, you know, it's really emotional. I no longer live here, but, you know, it's always going to be a great place to come back to and tell my story. So, you know, between me riding up the block going to the gas station, it used to be a gas station up on the corner. It's no longer there. Well, it used to be Mario's Butcher Shop. Well, they still there, but they just ran under new management now. But man, like, just the block in general, man, it just means so much to me. So, you know, anytime I get a chance to come back and just be back in the atmosphere, man, like, it really uplifts my spirit. A lot of times I just come and, like I said, I just meditate. You know, I just think about, you know, the times when I was a little kid, used to ride my bike, play basketball, and man, just be on the block. There's just so much unity around here, man. So a lot of people have passed on. A lot of people have moved away. But one thing about it, man, you can never take away memories. And that's what I got right here on Menard, man. So, man, I had to bring y'all where it all started from, all right? All right, man, I'm out.
You hear my soul through these bars, and the spirit that come with them just ignited even harder. Really don't know how this came apart or how it started, but it surely is a blessing. This gift in my possession, this pen is mightier than its sword or any weapon. To you rappers meaning there are many ways to send the message.
Yeah, man, so, you know, I just took y'all on the west side of Chicago. And somewhere where I grew up at, man, the Austin area. You know, just so much violence and stuff that's going on in our communities here in Chicago. I definitely, like, want to try to push as much positive energy as I can, man. It's totally important, especially with the kids and everything, paying attention. You know, our youth is totally lost out here, so I just think the more and more, you know, I try to get involved and do positive things in the community, like with my foundations, my Beat the Odds project, my Kicks for Joy campaign for the less fortunate, you know, just getting out here and helping people and just giving back to where I came from, man. Like, it's totally important. I just think it's going to gravitate. People are going to hold on to it, man. So I just pray that, you know, a lot of these kids, man, is just lost and bored, ain't got nothing to do. You know, they can see some of the things that I'm doing, man, and see that I came from the same place that they came from. And, you know, I'm just trying to really give back, you know, and that's basically what it's all about. And, you know, just imagine if kids really had a lot of positive energy to hold on to, as much as negative energy that's out here in the world, you know, from on TV and the radio and social media, mainly social media. So, you know, I just think, you know, the more and more I get out here and interact and basically do a lot of positive things, man, like, I just think it'll rub off on our youth. And that's totally important to me, you know. With me being 37 and coming from a single mother of 3 boys and having one of the greatest grandmothers in the world, and my grandma Brandon Cox, like, and one of the greatest, 2 of the greatest aunties in the world, Molly and Phyllis, you know, them raising me. I just think that, man, the more and more we get out and do stuff, like, it's like we can't help but to basically persuade somebody else to want to do the same thing. And I think the more that we get out here and network and talk to people. You got a lot of people that got up and coming businesses and stuff like that. So basically, you know, at the end of the day, it comes out to networking. You know, I get a lot of people asking me, how did I get into basically wanting to help the less fortunate? Well, it came from me getting out networking and just basically meeting different people from the different professions and things that I'm a part of, and, you know, just wanting to have that will to give. And if I have it, you know, I'm definitely going to give it. And it's just something that I've always, you know, went by. So, but at the same time, you know, it's a lot of people that's out here suffering, man, and it's a lot of mentally ill people that's out here, and sometimes they just need prayer, man. Sometimes they just need that hug, that love, and just seeing that somebody care about them, and that really runs a long way with people. I meet a lot of less fortunate people that they don't want to help themselves. Reason being because they feel that, oh, well, don't nobody love me, and if I get out here and try to do something positive, it don't matter to somebody. Well, I think if we gave them that love that they needed, and we shared that with them, like, it definitely would influence them to want to get out here and help themselves. And basically, that's what my Beat the Odds project is all about. You know, giving back, as well as my Kick for Joy campaign, my foundations. But the Beat the Odds project basically it pushes the less fortunate. It pushes people that really needs help, that needs to help themselves, and me helping them and giving them clothes and coats and things of that nature. Also, you know, try to pray with them and just let them know how instrumental it is to just really get out and have that need that extra push to really push themselves, for them to achieve their goals and what they want to do, you know, especially the young kids. So, you know, it's just one of those things, man, like, you know, especially on the west side, you know, I see it every day. You know, it's a lot of people that's out here suffering, man, but at the same time, you know, we shouldn't judge people, you know. We don't know people's stories. We don't know a lot of things people have went through. So it just get back to the end of the day, man, just helping them. And basically that's what my movement is all about. So, man, if you can help somebody, man, help somebody, for real. That's what it's all about. That's what God wants, and God is love, man. So basically, WWJD, what would Jesus do, man? Keep that on your mind all the time. You'll never go wrong. All right, man. I took y'all to the neighborhood where I was born, raised, where I spent a lot of my time at. So now I'm here with the lady, my rock, my grandma. Y'all know Miss Cox in the house right now, man. So, man, a lot of memories that I was speaking to y'all about walking down the street over on Menard, you know, it had a lot to do with her. You know, when I came out the womb, man, like, she spent a lot of time with me, man, and big ups to my mom, Carla Cox, now Tali, but my mom, my granny right here, man, she, damn, used to moon watch and all this stuff, so tell them what it is, grandma.
I am so grateful to be able to still be part of the legacy of my first grandson. Well, I had daughters, so of course I was proud to have a son. From the beginning, childbirth and delivery, thinking when he was born, looking at all the hair, I just knew he was a girl. He had a shag, really. However, after he was born, I said, oh wow, this is a blessing. This is my firstborn son. So we did a lot of things together, from me taking him and dropping him off to a babysitter when he was only within early months, like 3 months, and he was a big guy. So it was a pleasure for me to balance my weight, dropping him off, going to work myself, and then coming home in the evening, picking him up and bringing him home. And that's where the story started. From then, I watched him grow. I shopped for him. Of course, he jumped over sizes, and I won't be off to say that looking at his shoes, I was buying shoes for him every 3 months. And from the time he grew to be around 13, 14, it was such a blessing that he got familiar with a lot of the sports guys, and they ended up being help of donating their shoes to him, and everything else has been history.
Man, Lee Brothers, Nazir Muhammad, a lot of my good friends in the NBA, Antoine Walker, and then Marcus Pfizer, man, the list goes on and on. So, you know, I was just blessed, you know, being as tall as I was and wearing a size 16. I mean, my shoe size matched my age at one point, so it was crazy. So, but yeah, you know, she was really instrumental, you know, and even when I was a baby, from my understanding, they had to, break my legs or something for me to walk straight?
They would have if I had not been wise enough to look at his development and notice that he was not only pigeon-toed, he was also knock-kneed. And that's our personal secret, but it paid off because none of that stopped Brandon from being sociable, feeling proud of himself, having a high self-esteem. And even now, from the very, very beginning of then to now, when he was a little boy, I told him one day when he was about 3 or 4 months old, I said, Brandon, I need you to look at me. Give me eye-to-eye contact. I said, from my nose to your nose. I said, that's the way it goes. Look people in the eye. And from there, he has practiced that habit, and look where we are now. And I'm so blessed to say he has never been to jail, never been locked up, never committed a crime. And that's a blessing.
Yeah, you know, and I said it before, you know, you saw me on With the City Live on ABC 7. I said it before, it starts at home, and it definitely starts at home. And, you know, just so many kids, again, I mentioned earlier, you know, when I was driving the car, like, they're lost. You know, and really, you know, it starts at home. And if you don't have that structure, you don't have that balance at home, it's so easy to get lost in negative stuff out here in the streets, man, especially here in Chicago. So, you know, I was fortunate to have a great support system, you know, through her and my family just in general. So, basketball kept me grounded. You know, my coaches, Doug Key, Terry Head, Frank Lolino Jr., you know, those guys spent a lot of time with me and really kept me grounded. So basketball was a great outlet for me. You know, I was able to do something that I really loved doing, and me playing on every level. You know, I was just blessed, and you know, with me having a love for the game of basketball and also having the love to be compassionate for people, you know, that was one of the things that made me want to start my foundations, which first was the Beat the Odds Project and also the BLC Live Life Cancer Foundation. So, you know, the cancer foundation aspect pretty much came from her, you know, being in the medical field and, you know, me having an enriched family that was in the medical field. So, you know, also me working at one point, long time ago, at Rush University Hospital downtown Chicago. You know, I used to, you know, pick up patients, you know, with the wheelchairs and, you know, take them up to their appointments. And I used to see, you know, even though they're battling and fighting cancer, you know, how they used to look up at me and smile and, you know, and just basically, you know, just look at me and have joy despite of what they was going through. You know, it really encouraged me to be like, man, you know what, yeah, you get down sometimes, but look at what these people going through. Like, they know they're dying, so they still find the time to be able to smile and do all that. So, you know, that was just something that motivated me besides my family. And, you know, basketball and just family really kept me grounded. And, you know, me being 37 right now and not having a criminal record, you know, that speaks wonders. You know, it's just a blessing that I'm not a statistic out here.
And just bringing on the family legacy of teaching him what love was all about, taking up a lot of time, going over to the lagoon over there around Columbus Park, gathering tadpoles and frog hunting, just giving him some good nature, moon watching, and just teaching him how to appreciate the plants and the flowers, looking at butterflies. We even went bullfrog hunting, all of that stuff. So I wanted to make sure of teaching them what the foundation of love was. So I feel proud of him, and I can truthfully say he went to church. We taught him what faith was all about, hope, and charity meaning love. So he came up in church, and that's where it all starts, from a family background, and then it spreads abroad.
Right, and I just lot of kids out here, you know, parents, if, you know, you spend a lot of one-on-one time, you know, with your kids, if you just really encourage them and give them things to do that's positive, give them constructive things to do at home, like, I think that'll really contribute in us saving our kids, you know, and losing them to the streets. You know, especially here in Chicago, like, the murder rate seems like it goes higher and higher every year. Like, honestly, it has dropped a little bit, but still, like, Chicago is pretty much almost as the murder capital, and it's really sad, you know, me coming from the neighborhood, the hood, the Austin area, one of the deadliest in Chicago. You know, it's a great thing, you know, to be able to look at you guys now and me be here and honestly not be a statistic. So, you know, I was saying before, you know, me starting my foundations and things of that nature, you know, it enabled me to be able to have that positive mindset, knowing that I can help somebody move forward in their life and me give back. You know, it's just something that has really sparked the flame in me, and I'm definitely going to keep that spark going. And, you know, me having the love for the game of basketball and my family and all the things that I've been through, you know, my life isn't perfect. You know, we all had ups and downs. We all have been through. And, man, it's like we've been there. That's where you get your strength from. So, you know, it's just a blessing, you know, for me to be sitting here, you know, with somebody that has been there from the beginning to right now, that I can honestly say I was able to lean on my whole life, man. It's a blessing, you know. There's not many people able to look and grab hold of their grandmother's hand and just be able to hug their grandparents, you know. So I'm just blessed, and I'm thankful to God that I'm able to be right here sitting in this moment. You know, it's a divine blessing.
And with him being the oldest, he has 2 more brothers. And I always did say, regardless, Brandon, whatever you do, always try to have some form of pattern that they can follow your footsteps and show them love and give them what you were taught. And it has paid off.
It totally has paid off. Like she said, I have 2 other brothers, and none of us have been in jail. You know, we was raised by a single mom, 3 boys, along with my granny. My dad, you know, Arthur Perry III, you know, he introduced me to the game of basketball, and again, it's something that I love. Also spent a lot of time with my dad as well, Michael Head, you know, just having that love for me and just really able to call me son and give me that hug and lift me up on the shoulder and just let me know, you know, man, this is the way you do stuff as a man. You do this right, you do this right, you know what I mean? So, you know, I was groomed pretty well, and I can honestly say that. I just think, you know, us as fathers, you know, I'm a father of 2 boys, Brandon Jr. and Blake. Also, I got 3 daughters too, you know what I mean? It's just a blessing to be able to just be in the moment of just sitting in love, man, you know, and that's what it's all about. The holidays coming. It's definitely this year is going to be trying for me. You know, I lost somebody, 2 people that was really dearing to me this year, and it's definitely going to be a challenge. My grandfather Joel, you know, he spent a lot of time with me and showing me how to be a man. You know, showing me how to use tools and, you know, just basically showing me how to put cologne on. You know, everybody that know you guys know I love wearing cologne. Shout out to my sweetheart Roland, you got me cologne. It's good, but at the same time, man, you know, I just been around love, you know, all my life, and that's all I know. And, you know, I'm just gonna continue to float in love. You know, I have a support system that's still here, you know, from the beginning. So that's what it's all about, just giving back. And there's so many people, again, I say, that's really going through, you know, out here in the streets. You know, every people that you come across that's homeless, you don't know their story. You don't know what they've been through. You know, you see somebody that's homeless, it automatically kicks in people's head to the point where, oh, well, they homeless. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. Or God sent some of us through different tasks that he want to send us through. And it's to give us strength. So, you know, you really can't judge anybody. Again, you know, the saying is true. Who are we to judge? You know, only God is able to do that.
I really want to make a joke right now. I really didn't know until maybe when he was maybe the 10th grade or so how well Brandon could cook. And I kept trying to, I kept trying to make myself realize is to try to look at his intake, because he was born weighing 8 pounds and 13 ounces. So he was already a big guy from the beginning. So I said, he doesn't really need to eat like that. One day I came from work, Brandon had cooked dinner. So Brandon, who cooked this? I did, Grandma. I've been watching you cook for a long time, so I figured I would cook dinner for you. I said, wow. I didn't realize that you were really paying that much attention to me. He said, well, I paid all kinds of attentions from the beginning, so your dinner is ready. I said, okay, Brandon, so it really don't have anything to do with your shoes. I said, because you had feet from the beginning. I said, but it's just a blessing that everything that I thought that was important, I'm thankful that I can truthfully say you paid close attention. I said, I'm so grateful to know that I don't have to worry about you now. You're old enough that you can handle it yourself. Just keep your grade point average up and plan your future to go off to school. So I'm blessed to know that he paid great attention to the things that I didn't think he was paying attention to.
I actually did. On the way to Iowa, and that was something that allowed me to grow. And being in a new environment, and basketball there disciplined me along with me playing in high school and grammar school and so on and so on. So but yeah, I love to cook. I love to cook. Like, that's something that has grown on me throughout the years, and I still say to this day, like, I should have went to culinary art school, although it's not too late. But I do love to cook, and I heard through the grapevine that a woman appreciates a man that knows how to get in the kitchen and burn, like, how to cook. So that was one thing that was really instrumental to me. It was showing me some of the things, some of the ropes that I needed to know to be able to provide a meal for myself, and not only just for myself, but for my family and then whoever, So we're just all around, just blessed. All right, man. So we downtown Oak Park right now, and this is one of the places I spent a lot of my time too, coming up as a kid, man. I love to be in this area, like, and just relax. Like, it's really a laid-back type of area. So later on, like in the episode, you'll see, me drive through here, man. Like, I just love the downtown scenery of Oak Park. So this is the west suburb, and man, it's like one of the places where I come and spend my time and relax. You see, they got little restaurants. This is the Peking House Chinese restaurant, Chinese food, stuff like that. So, it's just one of the places I like to be. I love coming here and just easing my mind. They got the little waterfall, and man, it's just great. Like, I look over here, check that out, that waterfall over there, man. Like, nothing like that, man. It usually will light up, but hey, I don't know what the deal is. But it's something that you can take your mind off your worries, man. You go stand, and I usually stand and just watch the water and stuff like that. But like, this is totally a place that I like to come and really just relax, like downtown Oak Park. So if you're in Chicago, you come downtown Oak Park, man. So y'all see the scenery, it's really nice. Yeah, we step in the street, man, so y'all can see this. Everything, man, is like perfect. It's perfect out here. So, if you got in a relationship, married or whatever, man, you can bring your significant other down here and just come down here and just chill. I see everybody looking at me wondering what the hell is going on, but they don't know it, man. This first episode, but it's all good. But, just follow me, man, just a little bit. Gonna go down here, man. Like I said, it's just a nice, relaxing atmosphere. Like the Facebook Live poll. It's the day in the life of Brandon Cox. That's what it do, man. So, anyway, and you see that getting the hills on you. All that. Y'all like pink, there you go. All day long. It is what it is. So, Facebook Live, filming right now. So, we just walking a little bit, just seeing some of the atmosphere. I love ice cream, man. Me and my sweetheart Ron Good, we was just there not long ago. So check out Cold Stone, man. That's one of the biggest places you can go. Really, ice cream. Straight up. Well, anyway, again, this album, this is just so good. So good. Look at that. Like the restaurant, everything. Like, it's just really gorgeous out here. So you can always just come out here and just relax. So B Cox put you up on that, man. There you go, man.
Register, they won't forget it. Fans, you won't regret it. Acts I exit, witness greatness. So bright, thinking, hardly face it, barely take it. Big stage, the coldest really make it. Watch, I take it to my.
My auntie Phyllis, man, you know, she's been instrumental in my life totally. It's my mom's sister. Tell me about yourself.
Sorry, I'm new to this. Yes, I first met Brandon May 16, 1980.
Oh, well, I can't even tell you when you first came.
1980, when he came home from the hospital. A 6 pound, bouncing 6 pound baby boy with beautiful curly hair.
Beautiful, y'all hear that?
Beautiful curly
Beautiful.
hair.
So what happened to it now?
You cut it off.
What's going on now?
You cut it off. And he came into my life as my nephew, but he's been more like a son. Big teddy bear, who I introduced to the love of basketball, Michael Jordan, baseball, football with Walter Payton.
Mm-hmm.
Look at hockey.
You don't think we looked at hockey?
I don't think we
I
looked
think
at hockey.
Was me. That was your grandmother you did.
But anyway, yeah, that's where he learned about Michael Jordan and Air Jordans and Scottie Pippen and the love of the Bulls.
Yeah, this was the Super Bulls fanatic, right?
Now it's Super Cubs fan.
Exactly.
He interrupted my Cubs game.
But, you know, this is somebody that's been really instrumental in my life. You know, she has solely given so much love to me and my brothers, man. And, you know, everybody know that I got love for sneakers and stuff. So she was one of the people that introduced me to Jordans. Shout out to the Jordan brand. Shout out to Triple Threat Mentoring. But, you know, she has really shown me the way to be as a man, you know. She's like a second mom to me, and spent so much time with me. Man, watching soap operas.
Oh, yes.
What soap operas was that?
General Hospital.
All My Children.
All My Children, General
all that
Hospital.
stuff.
I was nursing him when Luca Laura got married 36 years ago. And this was my baby, yes.
Okay, they come on.
Yes, it's still on, of course. I still watch it every day.
Oops, sorry.
They're not on, but yes.
But, you know, Phyllis is, again, like I said, is the second mom to me, and you know, I've learned a lot from her. You know, she has a great personality. She's funny, and basically, like, she's a social media guru. You know what I mean? Even now, so you know, everything that I have going on, you know, she's always right there supporting me, and you know, always encouraging me, and would come to my basketball games and things of that nature. So, you know, she was always that special person in my life, you know, not only as an auntie, but also like a mom too. So, you know,
My mom was around. I was there taking him to
she was
school,
there taking me to school,
picking him up from school,
all that good
all
stuff.
of that.
And so, you know, this is all I know, man. You know, besides my mom, my granny, and you know, my family. You know, they just really been instrumental in just being there for me. So, you know, again, like I said, I was fortunate. You know, she kept me and my brother in the Jordans, in the latest Jordans all the time. I'm talking about would get off work and make a beeline straight to Foot Locker or whatever. So, you know, my shoe game always been on point. So y'all be seeing me out. Y'all see me out, y'all always look down at my feet. My shoe game is always on point.
You found pictures last night.
Found pictures last night. I did post them on my social media.
9 years old on his bike in Jordan.
In Jordans. And honestly, I had a pair of retro 6s. It was the OG retro 6s I had on. So I posted it on my social media.
Yep.
But, you know, she's always been one to influence me in sports. So, you know, again, you know, from every angle, just love, man. I've had it, you know, from my family. So it's just a divine blessing to be able to be right here in this moment, you know, also with her and being able to look at my auntie and knowing I'm the oldest sibling and have this big old size 16 shoe, this Jordan Retro 1 right here, a lot of y'all don't have. But, man, like, it's just nothing but love. So, man, there you go. My auntie Phyllis in the flesh, and this divine Cubs fan. Y'all see it across and up here. Salute to the Cubs.
Yes, interrupted my Cubs game, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
I interrupted her Cubs game, so
It's
please
okay.
forgive me.
It's okay.
But man, this is the Be Smooth movement right here. You dig? It's the day in the life of Brandon Cox.
And I won't let you down. From the heavens through the pearly gates, your presence still around. When the smoke clears, I still remain. From the midst of it all, I still haven't changed. My ways are still the same. The difference is instead of running from it, I embrace the pain and burst through those raging flames.
We don't make excuses.